Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Greg Lumison, also known as the Iron Mason, and today, if you can't tell already, we're going to be covering some 3D design stuff. More specifically, we're going to cover how to get the MagiScan application into your Omniverse application so that you can utilize it to maximize your workflow with 3D design. The reason I want to cover this is because if you've been doing 3D design and you have an Android phone, you're going to run into a lot of frustration because most softwares like Unreal Engine, LiveLink, a character creator, a couple other applications, they utilize the iPhone for their 3D scanning and connectivity. And that's probably because the iPhone models recently have incorporated LiDAR scanning into their camera applications, which is phenomenal. I wish Samsung would do that, but that's probably the only thing that they're behind the curve on when it comes to the grudge match between those two. But let's get into the video. So if you were on Omniverse today like me, you noticed this article. Basically, this new MagiScan, rebranded I think Omnivore now, allows anybody with a smartphone to turn 3D models into their applications, which is great because now we actually have a native application that works within the workflow of NVIDIA Omniverse, and NVIDIA Omniverse works directly with Unreal Engine and Character Creator, Maya, Blender, you name it. And now you can actually natively import 3D models into a software and then export those to those new softwares, which is going to increase your workflow and it just clears up a headache. It's finally, we have something we can use to actually get it in very quickly into the software. So you guys can read this article if you want. It's available for anybody. You can go to this blog site. I'll post it in the description down below. You can also watch the YouTube video. It's like 50 minutes covering all of it, but I promised myself I was going to make this little tutorial short and sweet. This is like a troubleshooting thing. I didn't find any of this on the internet. There wasn't this on the internet. So this is why I'm making the video. If you click on to the MagiScan extension for Omniverse, it's going to take you to their website. And that website is then going to allow you to download it to your iPhone or your Android. And what we're interested in is the extension here. So what I want you to do, you're going to click download the extension. Okay, that's going to pop up here. You're going to then take your extension window and you're going to take the zip file that you just downloaded and you're going to unzip it. And that's going to give you a file just like this, right? Where it's going to have AR generation within that. If you follow this, their quick start guide, it's going to tell you to go and put it into the user profile, documents kit, shared extensions. That didn't work for me. And then they also tell you to put it into Omniverse Create, but it's not actually called Omniverse Create. So what you're going to want to do is go back to, once you've downloaded and unzipped it, right? You're going to want to go back to your Omniverse app where you first clicked on the article. You're going to want to go into the library, open up Omniverse Composer. Omniverse Composer will pop up as Create, right? You'll see it here. I'll just maximize this so you're not confused. This is Omniverse USD Composer, right? This is Create. Once you get here, then you're going to want to go into your window, open up your extensions. You're going to see a blank screen like this. All you have to do to get your extension file pathways up is click the settings button. And then you're going to want to go into your extensions cache right here. If you don't have that, make sure you have to find it for your first time. So you'll just click an add button and then you'll find it, right? You'll go into your, this is a sidetrack moment, guys. You're going to go into, your file explorer, find where your cache is, copy the link, right? And then double click on here, paste it in. That's how you add a file pathway. If you don't have it already. If you do, you're going to go into your extensions cache, okay? You'll open up the extensions cache And then remember that little file that you downloaded earlier that you then extracted from, right? Just as a refresher, remember you clicked on the zip file, you clicked extract all, that extract all button popped up, right? Let me just do this. If I extract 4, right? Then it opens up number 4, okay? You're going to want to open up the unzipped file 4, and then you're going to take this little handy dandy window, you're going to drag it in to your extensions cache. Once you drag it into your extensions cache, then what you want to do is you're going to want to click the hamburger drop down menu here. You're going to want to refresh and resync your registry. Once you do that, then the MagiScan window is actually going to be located under the General tab. If you type in MAG, it should pop up 3D MagiScan AI. What you want to do then is you can activate it, but first you're going to want to actually scan something on your phone. You're going to want to scan your 3D model, get it scanned, let it upload and populate. It's going to take about, mine says 8 hours for the ones that I've uploaded. Once they've uploaded, then what you'll do is scan the QR code, hit refresh, and then all of your models will pop up within this little 3D scanner MagiScan app. Then what you can do is then drag those little models into your creator here, and then you can export them out after some touch up and cleanup and stuff like that. I'll go over that video if you guys are interested later. Just make sure you hit a like and drop a comment down below if you want me to go over that. I will. This video specifically was how to actually get that extension into your Omniverse USD, Explorer, I think is what it's called, USD Composer, right? How to actually get it into this application so that you can use it, because it wasn't available for me to find how to do that online, and I thought it might be helpful. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, hopefully it helps. It won't always help for everybody, but it worked for me. Hit the like, subscribe, comment down below if you want me to show dragging it into the application and then exporting it out to Unreal or Character Creator or something like that. I'll be happy to do that. Just make sure you let me know that you're interested. And thanks for watching. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was kind of fun. All right. See ya.